Welcome to My Side's the Otter of Code. In this activity, we will create a game where the goal is to keep the otter fed without depleting all of the fish in the river.
To begin, let's get familiar with Scratch. When you go to the project page, you have the option to see Remix or See Inside. If you have a Scratch account, log in and remix this project. This way you can save your progress. If you don't have a Scratch account, don't worry, you can click on the See Inside. The user interface in Scratch is divided by panes. There is the block palette where programmers find the blocks they can use to make a program. Blocks are put in the script area where they will control the stage or the sprite. The stage is where your code is animated. Any sprites in your program will be found in the sprite info pane. To add variety to your code, you can use the costume, backdrop pane, or sound pane.
Now it's time to start programming our game. Our first challenge is to create fish to fill the river. Let's first look at the fish sprite. Click on the fish and go to the costume pane. Notice the different costumes the fish has. We will use the costumes to help us create a variety of fish in the ecosystem. We will go back to the code pane. It's time to start our code. Instead of having us create different types and sizes of fish, we can have the program generate this for us. If the fish sprite is not on the stage, click Show Block in the Look section. To change the type and size of fish that are in the river, drag the next costume and set size to blocks into the script area. Snap the blocks together. One of the fun features of Scratch is you can test how the code will affect the fish. To do this, click on the blocks in the script area. As we click, you will see the type of fish change. Take some time to see what happens when you type in different numbers to the set size to block.
Did you figure out that if you use a number less than 100, the fish gets smaller? If you use a number bigger than 100, the fish gets bigger. The code as is doesn't help us to create variety. To have the code randomly generate big and small fish, we need the computer to generate a random number. Go to the operator circle in the block pane and drag out the Pick Random block. Put this block inside the white circle that says 100. Choose the numbers you want the computer to pick between to set the size of the fish. We will choose 50 and 95 so the fish is somewhere between 50 and 95% of its normal size. Click on the block several times to see the different sizes that are randomly picked. While the size is random, did you notice that the costume order is not? What do you think that is?
The costumes go in order because the code tells us to always go to the next costume. As you see in the costume pane, the order will go to catfish, greenfish, minnow, purple fish, yellowfish, crayfish. To make the costume random, we will set this up a little differently. Pull out the repeat block. We will then go back to the operator circle and pull out the random operator again. Put that in the circle that says 10. We will put next costume inside of this repeat block and put set size block under the repeat block.
The way that this block will work is it will pick a random number between 1 and 10. It will then switch to the next costume that many times. For example, if it randomly picks 4 and the costume is set on the catfish, then it will go to the next costume 4 times, making it the yellowfish. Click on your blocks again. You can sometimes see the costume change occur. In a game, that wouldn't be visually appealing. So we can hide this by going to Looks and hiding it before the code starts and showing the fish after the code is finished. Now try clicking the blocks. The random costume and fish size happens between the scenes. We won't see the fish until it is done switching the costume.